crushing it Wednesday. They feeling undefeated. Queens of the ring like Christine is. If you get in the ring with Christina, you might catch a beating. Just tune in, you gon' have to see it. Stand up if you with us, if not, to be seated. You seen them in every arena. Hey, and Nika, who really got something to fight for. Everybody saying they're the GOAT. Who the one that slayed the Chupacabra? Your favorite girls.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. Your favorite girls are here. We're doing it tonight like we do every day, crushing it. Crystal, Nika, how are y'all feeling?
Doing good.
Okay, I gotta say before I go into everything else, Nika, that shirt is so cute.
Thanks.
It is so
well,
cute.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I need something like that in my life. I love it. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Kush with a C, who does our intro, and also Ata the Theta that does all our videos. But our thumbnail tonight was done by the one and only Nika.
That was done like in 2 minutes. Okay,
she did amazing. Very last minute because unfortunately Christy Martin had another engagement tonight, so she's going to have to reschedule. We definitely want to talk to her about her movie that's coming up. I'm so excited about that because she is one of the trailblazers and one of my favorite boxers of all time. We did have Naomi on here, Naomi Graham, who was Olympian and USA national team member, who is going to be playing Layla Ali. But we will have Christy on here very soon, so you just stay tuned. Stay tuned. But ladies, let's talk about last weekend. Some people said it was a circus, and some people said it was genius. And other people said, finally, I'm interested in boxing again. So, but before we get in,
people were saying that they were interested in boxing again because of the Tyson and Paul fight.
I've seen it all. I've seen it all, and I want us to break it all down. So before we get to the main card on what I call the Netflix fiasco. Not because of the card, but because Netflix was a fiasco, was the YouTube portion of it. So we saw Shadesha Green and we saw Shushu. So Crystal, what did you think of Shadesha Green's performance? What do you see in her?
Well, Shadesha, I think she do rather well. It was a split decision, if I recall correctly, in her favor, right?
Yes.
So I think it was a good fight. It wasn't anything that I say, oh my goodness, I have to watch this again by any means. Right. But it was a fairly close fight. I don't know if that's what she was expecting when she stepped into the ring for that fight. Was it what is the Watpole? I can't think of the last name of the lady who she.
Yeah, I was trying to think as you're talking.
Warpole or Watpole, something like this. So I don't know if she overlooked her or perhaps the skill set was just on Shadesha's level, right? And
yes,
that's 100% true. She need to take the lead a little more often and throw a little more, and I think that will help her a lot. But she a counter puncher though, so
that's true. Yondo had a comment and said, "I think Shadesha needs to throw a little bit more." And Kane wants to join our live stream, so Kane, you definitely can.
Let me put the.
Send,
you know Kane?
Yeah. Kane is on Twitter X. He can definitely join in.
Because sometimes I remember.
Sometimes but you know what the thing is if people start acting crazy, we just get them out of there. Quick.
Yeah, because I had somebody come up one time and they changed their picture to a dick pic as soon as I.
No, we're not doing that.
So
but Kane, do you want Kane to message you on X to get the link?
Yeah.
That's where he's at. So Kane, message Nika on X so she can send you the link. Yondo, I think Green needs to throw more. I thought that too. I'm not going to give you my full thought about it because I want Nika to do it too. But I do agree with you about, I thought that she needed to throw more. Nika, what were you?
Hold on. Let me
Okay.
put this
Okay.
super chat right here from Remy. Thank you so much. Do you have the bell,
Remy.
Crystal, or no? You have the bell, Crystal, or no?
Yeah, we do.
Crystal, your hair looks so good, girl. I'm seeing it on my, so you know I can't see. And so I'm looking on my iPad. I'm like, okay, Crystal. Okay. You got a date tonight?
No. None of that business.
All right, so I'll wait till he sends me a message.
Okay, HLD.
All right. So
Okay,
I didn't watch all the
Yin
whole.
Dilko. Thanks for tuning in, Yin Dilko.
I didn't get to watch the whole entire because we were live when she was on, actually, on Friday when we had
We were.
Yeah.
I saw like only a few rounds at the end.
I had to run it back. I can't just let it go.
Yeah, see, I didn't run it back. So I'm reading kind of the chat and she was getting hit all night cleanly. Pro box.
I did hear that. I did hear that.
No, Yosha is talking about Yoshida.
Oh, okay.
And
no,
chicken.
he's
we have
talking
a lot
about
of chicken haters in here.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
She got her ass beat, and that's that. Get over
okay.
it.
Yeah, it's
the
all
belt.
good.
The belt already got here to the.
Hey, it came today. It came
over.
today. I'm gonna post a video later. It came today. Stay tuned. Go to my Instagram. Go to my Twitter. Go to my YouTube. Go to all that because you're gonna see it. It came today.
Yeah. So, all right. Let me send him the link. But yeah, so I didn't really get to watch the whole entire fight, but I've seen mixed reviews online on how she did.
Me too.
But I actually want to rewatch it because I saw Franchon talking a little shit too, so I think
I did. I was gonna mention that. Let me see. So he said he met. Let me see.
Yeah. So let me go on.
He messaged you or me. Let me see.
Copy.
And see, we will every now and then. We want y'all to come on here, but y'all got to be respectable. So yeah. Okay. Okay. He messaged me. Let me send him the link.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not seeing it in mine.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So I need to watch the whole thing over again because when I saw it was after we came off live and I wasn't really paying attention. But she won, I guess.
She did.
Per the comments that I see online and per the reaction that Franchon had, I don't really know if she did all that great. So, but
yeah,
you said
the last, I don't know, what did we see? Like maybe the last couple of rounds.
Yeah,
because we were live with Shock Foster. It seemed as though it was not clear. And what was the lady's name? I forget. Crystal, same.
Watpool? WATPOL.
Yeah, yes.
OOL,
She seemed to be very strong and very confident. Like she almost did not believe that she did not win. Did y'all see the same thing when they called the winner?
When they announced the winner?
Yes.
Yeah, you can say that.
Like they were both a little bit surprised.
Yeah. I think
HLD, you're always invited. But yeah, they were both a little bit surprised. I see the delayed comments. Sorry, Nika.
Melinda, that is correct. Melinda Watpool, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you so much. That's right. But I want Shadesa to do well.
Me too. I think she have it in her, truly. I really, truly think she have it in her. I don't know, I see another comment, something about perhaps she don't have the dog in her. Okay, that's fair enough.
Welcome, Almighty Kane. How are you?
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
How are you?
How y'all doing?
We are doing so well. So well.
I love y'all.
We love you.
I be here for y'all. I be putting other people on y'all. I'll be like, yo, go check my homies out.
Where you from?
I grew up in Connecticut. I boxed under, rest in peace, the Honorable James Harris in Norwalk, Connecticut. He also trained Travis Sims, former world champion. Travis Sims Jr. is one of my best friends. Also trained Shakai Moore. You can look all of them up on Boxing Rec. Those are.
Oh, we believe you. We know. We're going to though.
And then I decided to cut up, act a fool, and my mom sent me down south, and I started boxing under Johnny Trewick, who has trained some prize fighters. And he's done time with Antonio Tarver, people like that. That's what I was trying to get on the show, Chris, but I don't know what happened. What happened.
I knew you were from up north somewhere because you have like an accent like from up north.
I'm in Orlando now, though. I've been here since 2016. I forget that cold.
How long you been in Connecticut? Like how you grew up there, right?
I was born there, like 20, 30 miles. Yeah. I grew up like 20, 30 miles outside of the Bronx.
There you go. I'm from the Bronx. So see,
yeah. Y'all are gonna see me
where you from?
All night long.
Melrose, Woodlawn. Where you from?
Vice 174th and Vice.
Okay. That's what's up.
We were talking about the YouTube fight with Shadaysha Green. What was your thoughts on that?
I didn't see it.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
But you know what? To be honest, like I didn't know about it. I didn't know that she was even fighting. Nobody really.
It was very low key. It was very low key.
Low key, which is very strange because people used to like, push her out there all the time. And
you know what I want to talk about?
Let's see if you jumping ahead.
How they robbed Amanda.
Okay, we're not there yet. We're gonna get there. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there with everybody's opinion.
We need to build up to that.
So, but before we get there, let's talk about Shushu. Okay, Nike, I'm gonna start with you. What did you think about Shushu's performance?
Well, I actually think that he should have been on the main card. That was a travesty to have him on the YouTube portion. Like, I'm pretty sure he made a nice little coin, be on that card, but he definitely deserves to be on the main card.
I know
he looked good, but
on the Jake Paul card, I only saw the three big fights because I was at work before the other fights.
That's what I'm saying.
I only saw the last three.
They didn't get to see him because they probably didn't. A lot of people didn't even know he was fighting. Then they probably assumed that if they did, when they did find out that he would be on the main portion, not the YouTube portion. Like,
well, and the last that I had seen, there was like over 400,000 viewers on YouTube, which is like amazing to watch his fight.
But
even people with good channels only be having.
But he should have been in the views of Netflix. Like Netflix had.
No, I get it. But then it really would have crashed.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that. Crystal, what did you think about Shushu's performance?
So I will have to say, unfortunately, I agree with Nika that he should have been on the Netflix portion. However, I don't think he can replace that Barrios and Ramos fight.
What about the
Barrios got exposed?
What about the four before? We're gonna talk about that, but what about could he have replaced the first bout?
Shushu take an 8-round fight, right? And this was to a favor for Mike Tyson. And the reason was because they is from the same gym.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So this was a favor for him. Yeah, just like Trill just said.
Say hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Say my name's Jolena.
Hi, Jolena.
Yeah, I'm a little cute girl from Tampa.
Here.
Welcome.
Like, all right, Dad.
Say hi.
So Shushu put on a performance.
I'm on a live stream
8 rounds.
about boxing.
He do exactly what we expect him to do.
You're famous now.
He do a very, very good job boxing, and he get a unanimous decision. And I think he looked great. He looked very good in this fight. I like to see that the new things he's starting to do a little bit different.
Yes.
But he boxing skills are very, very. They're starting to become more high tech, and I love to see it. I love to see it.
HOD, why are you such a hater? Why are you such a hater?
Yeah, he says Shushu is starting to be underwhelming for being 27 years old, in my opinion.
Because he don't knock him out and he use his sweet science or what?
He looked really good to me. He looks really good. I thought he did an amazing job. I do. And I'm proud of him. I mean, so what? Age is a number. You know what I'm saying? Age is just a number. 27. So what? You know, he's doing things. He's moving. He's doing what a lot of these young cats and older cats want to do. So why not? So what if he's 27? You know. So let's get to Netflix. I think, and then I want y'all to take it away, but I think Netflix did not realize how many people were going to be tuned in. They were definitely not prepared.
Those numbers are stat padded.
They're what?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
those numbers are stat padded because you only got to pay $8 for a subscription to watch the fight, and you can cancel it.
Yes.
These Mayweather fights, I go back to the black boxes with the red numbers on them, paying $70, $80 for Tyson fights, and be mad because I went to the bathroom and missed it because it was too.
Oh yeah, blink and it's over. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's stat padded. Like Floyd, okay, 18 million versus 60 million, but them 18 million paid $80 a piece. Them 60 million paid $7 a piece, and they're canceling it. They just wanted to see the fight, so it's stat padded.
Well, it still interfered on my viewership. Just saying. Just saying.
I didn't have the buffer problem like everybody else had.
Oh my gosh.
I got to see everything straight through.
Neither, but
well, it must be Florida. Crystal, we should have gone to Florida to watch the fights.
Yep, come on down.
Obviously, they didn't have it.
I got that good fiber optic.
Obviously. So the very first bout on the card, look, so I had to be educated because when these two guys came on, I thought this was like a joke. And God, I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect anybody. I don't. But the first bout came on and you have these two characters on there and they don't know what they're doing. They just looked, I don't know, like they just were fighting in the backyard. And then I'm being informed that one of them is like some YouTube, well, maybe they both are, YouTube sensation.
Yeah, we're two YouTubers.
They both were sensations. Yeah, in India and in Brazil.
The dude was dropping his hands, not doing no defense, acting a fool.
But so this is my point in saying this. I will give, and we'll go back to this, but I will give Jake Paul and his team all the credit because they are amazing at marketing and picking the right people to get the viewers and so on and so forth to make the money. I'm going to give him that with this first bout.
They be mad at him, but he's bringing shine back to boxing. You can't hate on that.
Well, we're going to talk about that too, because for what he's doing it well. But later, after we talk about this, I want to talk about that. Crystal, when those guys got in the ring, what was going through your mind?
Well, after they get in the ring, I'll have to be honest with you. I leave the room for a break because I can't watch that fiasco. And truly, I don't watch that whole entire fight.
You want to know my opinion? I was like,
what the hell is this? After the lady.
Go ahead. My bad, sis. My bad.
And what, Crystal? I'm sorry. Are you done? Were you finished?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
no, you're fine.
I
just leave the room after the first round. I don't have time for that in my life. I have some other things to do. So I come back when it was next fight.
Yeah, smart lady. Nika, when those two guys entered the ring, what were you thinking?
I don't want to see this fight in the first place, to be honest. So, like, I was just hoping that he wouldn't get made a meme. You know, I didn't want Mike to get made a meme. Like, I didn't want him to get knocked out. Can you guys hear me? Because my computer's freezing.
No, that's okay. Okay, so I was talking about the first bout.
Oh,
the two YouTubers. When they first got in the ring, what were your thoughts?
No, I didn't watch that one.
You didn't watch it either?
No.
Okay, Almighty
No.
Almighty Kane wanted to talk about that.
The only fight I really wanted to see was the Amanda and Katie Taylor fight. I didn't really care for anything else.
Go ahead. My bad.
No, I was gonna say what were you when they first walked in the ring? What were you thinking?
I was like, who the hell is this?
Like we
and
all
then
were.
like during the fight, they started explaining it. They were like, these are two YouTubers, whatever.
Yeah.
They was like, he's doing this, he's doing that. Well, it was like a funny fight. Like, dude was dropping his hands.
Yeah.
Sticking his face out, trying to do the Roy Jones. Like,
yeah.
They was catching each other. Nobody was really phased like that. It was just, I like fights that's back and forth where they just beat on each other, but there was no skill in the fight. It was like they was out there
you could have seen this in your neighborhood with some neighborhood kids in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But again, the marketing team is very smart. They knew what they were doing, and we're going to get to that.
Views.
But so the next fight, Mario Barrios and Ramos. So I'll start with you, Almighty Kane, then we're gonna go around with Nika and Crystal and I. But
Barrios got exposed.
Did he?
Yeah.
How?
Man, he started off good.
Mm-hmm.
And then homie started rocking him. Once he got the feel for him, started rocking him. I was like, oh.
What weaknesses did Ramos see in him, do you think? Or what did you see?
I mean, as a man, like, when you fight, them feel out rounds, you trying to see how much power he got and if he could hurt you. Once you done been in there for 10 minutes with him and you see where his power at, like how hard he hit, then your confidence builds because you know he can't hurt you.
Mm-hmm. And we know Ramos is strong AF. He's strong. Ramos is strong.
I've only been rocked one time. And the reason I was rocked, I gotta find this kid resume and pull him up for y'all. I'll do that later, like in the future. But we were sparring in the gym. So I wasn't even phased in a real fight. I was phased in the gym. The only time I pretty much got rocked. But we were sparring and we had headgear on. And I could tell he couldn't get to me. He was like one of them low crouch fighters, like early Mike, where he crouches down and he tries to come up at you. And I basically played it by just like holding my arm out and keeping the distance. And every time he would try to creep in, I would catch him with the right. So he got frustrated because he couldn't get inside on me. So he just threw like a crazy flurry of like 5 punches, and one of the punches knocked my headgear sideways.
Wow, that's a punch right there.
I couldn't see though. So once I couldn't see, he uppercutted me. I had a headache for 2 weeks. I had a headache for 2 weeks. He gave me a concussion. And
I mean, I'm not laughing because you're saying that you had like.
It is what it is.
Yeah, because we have. Yeah.
I'm trying to restart my computer, y'all. So for the comments,
you're good. Nika. So whenever you saw Mario Barrios and Ramos in the ring, what were your thoughts in the beginning, and then as it progressed, what were you thinking?
I was like, damn, this is a good fight, and it really it deserved to be on the main card. And I'm just like, and then in the same breath, I was just like, damn, this card is like, this fight is too good to be on the same card with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fighting, That was like real boxing, in my opinion, whatever.
It could have been a main event somewhere.
Yeah, so I mean, I would actually like to see it again. So I don't know if they had like a
clause.
a clause or nothing, but that was a damn good fight. That was behind Katie Taylor. That was the one.
Yeah, that was a great.
Those were the real fights, anyways.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was a great intro to the ladies. Crystal, was that fight fire?
Wasn't fired. Have me on the edge of the seat, right? So that fight, that's what I'm looking for. That is boxing, my lads. That
Yes.
is boxing. That is
Yes.
true boxing. You know, Ramos, people underestimate this lad. And to say that Barrios exposed, I don't know if that's so true as we are seeing the skill set of Mr. Ramos. For me, that's what I take away from that one. So I truly, truly love that fight. The back and forth, multiple knockdowns, right? Flash knockdowns, no doubt. But
Yeah.
that fight was complete fire. If you miss it, run it back because you can on the
It's
Netflix.
beautiful.
You
It was
can run it
beautiful.
back and you learn a few things about the true boxing world, okay? So definitely that fight was great, great boxing. I wouldn't mind seeing it again, just like Nika say, if they don't have a rematch clause, I still would love to see that fight again.
Oh, absolutely. And I was like you, Crystal. I was at the edge of my seat. Like I was screaming at the TV because I know Ramos, he may not have as much skill as some. I mean, he's got some, but he's more rough and he's powerful. You know, and he's come forward and he's gonna trap you. But Mario, you know, he boxes well, but I've always been worried about sometimes later in the rounds he stops using his range. Like at first he'll fight long, and then as the rounds go on, he stops. And another thing too, he always every fucking fight that you go back to, he drops his lead hand. It is so low. So low. And I'm like,
that opens up all this.
yeah, and he kept getting caught with that. And he's Bob Santos, great trainer. I'm not taking nothing away from him because I know you can be the greatest trainer, okay? And whatever you do in the gym, you go over and over and over. But if you get a boxer that has had, you know, bad habits and had past coaches, you know, you might start out doing what the new coach says, not that he's so new, but he's new enough. And then you go back to your old ways, you know. But that's why I was screaming because Mario was winning. He looked so good. And then he went back to his old ways, dropping that lead hand. Those punches were short. And I was like screaming at the fucking TV. Put your fucking hand up. Oh my God. It was great though. That was one of the greatest fights that I've seen in a while.
I have to agree with you. That was aside from Taylor and Serrano, that was the night for me.
And we're gonna get to that, but yes.
Woo.
Yes. It definitely was. It definitely was. And so, I mean, did the right guy win though? Let me ask you that, Crystal. Did the right guy win?
So I think this is a controversy, right? Because I was expecting to have Ramos Andres, right?
Okay.
But Barrios, he finished the fight well, right? And you know, when you're a champion already and you finish the championship rounds, as you should, it do bear some weight. And so I think Barrios, he do edge it, and I think it's fair.
Yeah.
I still would love to see a rematch.
Yeah, for sure.
But he got exposed.
Oh, this is Jamie.
Let's keep it all the way 100.
Jamie, my guy Jamie. Yeah. How are you?
Thank you for joining. Hey, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie Bell.
One of the best strength and conditioning coaches right there.
Yes, absolutely.
Ronald's last fight was at 140. He came up to 47 for the fight.
That ain't nothing. That's a hamburger.
Facts. No, that's something. That's something.
I believe that Jamie is due for congratulations. I see you have a baby girl on the way.
Yes, congratulations, Jamie.
Is the heart of boxing and the state of boxing in the middleweight division now? Like in the 90s, 80s, it was always heavyweight. but it looks like it has transitioned to
2000,
middleweight.
it changed to welterweight, and now it's changing to 154. That's just
For
my
sure.
personal opinion.
147, 154, 135, that area right there.
That's true. That's true. Oh, Remy, I love it. So,
People got tired
you
of
crazy,
dudes just
Remy.
throwing power punches and getting tired. People want to see that handwork now.
Nika, did the right hand get raised fight night between Mario and Ramos?
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off of Krista. You know what? To be honest, I feel like they both gave us a good fight. So I wasn't really mad. Either person would have been called the winner. Like, I would have been okay with it as long as they run it back. I want to see it again because I feel like it doesn't need to be kind of like hidden behind all the clownery. Well, I don't want to say clownery, but it was kind of a shit show. Like, nobody really took this Jake Paul fight and this Mike Tyson fight serious. So I feel like real boxing fans probably hopefully they tuned in for this real fight. But I mean, yeah, I guess that's what I say that like the judges, they go. I feel like they judge with what they see towards the end. Like they don't really care about the whole fight.
Where the hell the judges be sitting?
Yeah, whatever they see the last couple of rounds is where their heart is. So
championship rounds.
Yeah, and that's why they call it championship rounds.
Yeah.
That's what's fresh in their mind. That's what they're gonna.
Yeah, they're human. They are human.
Yeah.
But each round is judged.
Yeah, and scored.
Per round. It's not per fight.
Yeah, but not always. Not always, and we've seen this. So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Almighty Kane, did the right man have his hand raised?
Yeah. You know why?
Why is that?
Because of how they are with judging. Like, you could win the fight, but if you don't do enough to make it clear to not give you the belt, you got to destroy the champion. That's how boxing is.
Thank you, Southpaw TV.
Wait, HLD, you said your dad thought it was a boring fight? That was not a boring fight.
Nah, they was stinging each other.
Your dad must have been watering the grass during that fight. I'm sorry, HLD. All due respect.
He was in the kitchen during the good round.
So I believe
that was not a boring fight.
I believe that the right man had his hand raised, and I'm gonna tell you why. So for me, Barrios was winning, okay, and then Ramos started seeing his weaknesses, which kudos to his corner. One thing I love to do is listen to the corner. That is one of my favorite things. I want to know what the coaches are saying. But kudos to the corner because they made adjustments and they had more than one plan. But Barrios had to dig fucking deep. He knew he was about to lose this fight. And the last few rounds, the championship rounds, he did. So he started strong, he started to decline, and he finished strong. And I was like, you know what? He's about to lose this fight. Honestly, I was like, he's about to lose it. Ramos is about to take it. And if he would have won it, Ramos would have won. I wouldn't have been mad either. But Barrios dug deep. He was shook. He did not have his legs completely under him after he got shook the first time. But he
think it could have been a draw?
What'd you say?
You didn't think it was going to be a call a draw?
No, I didn't. But you know what? If it would have, I wouldn't have been mad. No, I wouldn't have been mad. But in my eyes, if I was a judge, Barrios would have had his hand raised. But if it would have been a draw, I would have been okay. But you know what? To me, Ramos's stock has raised.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
I don't think he lost in this fight. I don't think he lost in this fight. Like, people were like, a lot of fans, at least on Twitter, that they were like satisfied with this fight. So I don't know what you and your dad were watching. HLD, your dad said
HLD tripping.
You must have had like
HLD, you smoking
Netflix or something like that, because Netflix was showing a good fight. They were showing a good fight. I don't know.
Those scorecards were extremely. They're a little bit. I was not expecting. So one of them was 114-112, right, and another one was 110-116 in favor of Barrios. That was a little bit far in favor
Yeah.
of Ramos, sorry.
Yeah.
And then the other card was 113, 113.
Yeah.
So I was rather shocked about that middle card. That was a little bit far
Yeah,
from
and you
me.
know, we always have that one judge. There's always that one judge
Always.
that throws
Always.
a wrench in it, you know, and we just don't know what's gonna happen, you know, always. I mean, that's boxing, right?
Softball TV is crazy, yo.
I
I'm not even gonna
Softball
read that
TV.
out. Softball TV, I'm not gonna read that out. But oh my God, this guy.
Southpaw, that's terrible. I'm not even dinging the
Yeah,
dinger.
I'm not.
Oh, I was clapping for the 199. I'm like, we over here trying to like, you know. I didn't even see the
You see,
comment.
look,
though.
HLD, everybody was like, see, Sharon points out, how you doing tonight? That was an awesome fight. So what?
Yes.
You that were watching?
Thank you, Sharon. Absolutely.
I have no idea.
It absolutely was. It absolutely was. So let's move on down and let's get to the ladies. The ladies. Ay, Nando. No, Nando. I'm not even going to read your comment. He is not a journeyman. But let's get to the ladies. They stole the show. And I'm not even trying to be biased, but I'm not going to say what I want to say. I'm going to let y'all go first. Crystal, talk to me about this ladies fight. Did they steal the show? How? And did the right woman get their hand raised?
I hate that question. So, I think last week we actually say that this was still the show, and we was 100% right on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, another, I mean, this is put up there with like Ali and Frazier for women's boxing, right? Or what is it, Manny Pacquiao and Marquez. This is a for me, this is a compatibility. They are great together in the ring. Serrano and Taylor, they just, I know a lot of people were upset because Taylor is doing the head, going in with the head. She bashed Serrano. This cut, do it affect her though? I don't think it affect her at all.
Right. No.
Because I think if anything, she bring more power behind it, right? The scorecards were close. I hate that question. I absolutely hate that question. I can see it. You know, every scorecard was the same, 95-94. That is one point, all three cards exactly the same. I'm okay with the Katie Taylor win, even though Kampu Bucks don't agree. Right, because of the output of the punches. They say Amanda have 107 more punches or something like that. But the effective from Katie to me was the ring IQ was there. I'm okay with Taylor getting her hand raised at the end of the night. That don't bother me. What bothered me is will we see a trilogy, because I think we deserve it.
I'm back, y'all. My bad.
Okay, you're about to get X'd off this show.
Oh no! Don't do it! Don't do it!
Okay, no, that was great, Crystal. That was great. Nika, how did you see the fight, and did the right woman win?
So, okay, can we talk about how strong Amanda is, because she finished. I thought they were going to stop the fight because that cut looked nasty. It was like super deep, right on the corner, like spread eagle.
She's a warrior.
Yeah, so I thought they were gonna stop the fight, so but I'm glad that they didn't, and she toughed it out. Hopefully, she doesn't have any permanent damage. But
it didn't leak that bad.
It wasn't leaking that bad for it.
She
to
had
be
a great
wide
cut
open.
man.
How you said it? It did.
Great cut man.
It
That's
was
exactly
wide open, but it was
great
not
cut
bleeding
man.
like that. So yeah, they did a great job with the cut. But Katie Taylor in this, she's like a football player in there. She comes in head first, you know, like she got a helmet on, coming full force with her head. That was her strategy to, like, you know, they complained about it last fight a little bit, but this fight was even worse. And I mean, it obviously cut that, you know, made a deep cut. So, you know, just based off of that, in my heart, I felt like that alone, she should have just lost the fight. You know, because I was just like, damn, she's just headbutting. What? She's just headbutting. She did get a couple of clean shots off of Amanda, because I don't know, Amanda, she does not have great defense. That's one thing. Like, she does not have great defense. Like,
She don't care.
yeah, she
She a
goes
dog.
in, she'll take a couple of licks, but she'll she'll give them back, but she'll take a couple of licks. And I wish she wouldn't like take so much punishment, because she just gotta work on your defense. That's all,
I feel you on that, because I'd be like, yo, put your hands up. She gonna knock you out.
She be like,
and she don't care.
She clean shots to the face. So she has a chin. She definitely has a chin, because Katie wasn't, she got off a couple of rocks.
So is she too tough for her own good?
Yeah, that might be it.
I don't think she feel it.
I guess
she be so
adrenaline.
To me, she takes too much punishment. She takes too much punishment. It's just like she don't have no defense whatsoever, and she returns it, but like she doesn't have to take all the punishment she takes to get her shots off. But I feel it was it wasn't a clear Katie win, and so I don't think that the right person won. I feel like Amanda again got cheated again out of a win again. That's just my opinion, y'all.
Nigga, I get it.
Whatever.
I get it, but it's like, as a fighter, I'll take a punch to get my punch off.
Yeah, but it's be too many. It be too many.
She taking 10.
Because somebody with like a little bit more power, because I
don't respect her power.
Katie's a strong fighter. Like she's I'm pretty sure she got some power behind
that question right there. That's a question, right? That's what I'm gonna bring up too.
Look at what Boots did in his last fight, though. He didn't care about him hitting him no more at a certain point in the fight.
Yeah, but these are
because he just knew he could take
all Amanda's fights are like that. Like she just takes a lot of. she don't be doing no defense, man.
Workhorse though.
Yeah.
While she taking the punches, she giving you 5 for every 2 you give her.
The judges to like see it another way, so and not in her favor.
They were freaking blind.
So Mr. Kane.
I'm about to go in.
How did you see the fight? And did the right woman win?
This was a travesty. This was a debacle. This was you remember how Lennox Lewis fought Holyfield?
Yep.
Remember, it was closer the first fight than the second fight. But they made the first fight a tie. Like he made it clear in the second fight. This was like that revisited. The first fight was a lot closer, and I still had Amanda winning that one. When that fight ended, I said I didn't see them raising Katie hand at all. The first fight, because Amanda's output. I get what you saying, Naka. By her letting herself get hit all them times, it may make it look to the judges like this girl playing defense and they giving her the rounds off of countering.
Hey, there was a comment just now. If you taking shots, you losing the fight.
But if you're landing more and you're the aggressor and you got her running the whole fight.
But it looked like Katie's shots, when she does get them off, they look clean. So
clean, effective.
She was trying to survive.
Yes.
Clean, effective.
Because she was trying to survive.
But it doesn't.
I don't know if it was the last round.
Obviously, to the judges neither.
I don't know if it was the last round or the round before the last round. Y'all seen when she just wasn't throwing at all and just leading with her head? That was crazy. I was like, yo, stop the fight right now. Disqualify her.
She got a point taken. She did get a point taken.
Which should have made it clear. That was a travesty. That was a robbery. And they only did it because she got that fight coming up at home in her home country.
We got to be careful with this robbery talk. Because we've seen robberies, and this was not a robbery.
Chris, Amanda had a higher landing percentage and hit her 100 more times. It wasn't close.
What, cock-you box, whatever the frick it is. Yeah, but they
crumple box.
44% to 41%. 44 to 41. And landed 100 more punches.
Well, whenever we can get AI involved and like we can get stuff, the gloves, this and that.
Chris, that point taken away should have been the end of it. It was
So
and
okay,
one of
so
the judges were off the meter. I don't know what the hell he saw. One of them judges was crazy.
All
so
three
I'm
scorecards
gonna
was the same. All three scorecards on that
Nah, didn't one
fight
have like
was the
Katie
same.
with a big head?
95, 94. 95, 94, 95, 94.
You sure?
100%. Look it up.
I thought
Yeah.
one of them had it like 96, 93.
so okay, so let me give you my thoughts. This was a
Hold
bad
on, let me say one more
ass-
thing. Let me say
Yes,
one more
yes,
thing.
absolutely.
I feel like they threw this fight and gave it to her because she has that fight coming up in Ireland in her hometown, champion versus champion, and they don't want to lose that money.
Who's got but who?
They paid them judges off.
But
Oh,
don't you think that
She's
they will
about to
make
fight
more
in her
money?
home.
Okay, hold
They will
on.
make more
So
money with a trilogy.
Crystal is a judge. Crystal's a judge. Ask her, has she been approached to be paid off? Just saying.
Have you?
Of course, every day. Only by lads like you. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't
No.
do that to me. Where you live?
In the hour.
Where?
Iowa.
Iowa. So you're in the States. You have a British or that's Australian? South
No,
American.
neither. But I will say to you that I can promise you
South
those
America?
judges do not get paid.
Thank you. Okay, hold on. So let me give you my thoughts now.
I mean, I meant to say South Africa, not South Africa.
This was a beautiful fight. These are the fights that we want to see. This was definitely main event worthy again.
Fight of the year.
Okay, definitely up there. Absolutely up there for sure. Katie, in my opinion, and I am unpopular opinion, and I'm okay with it. I don't care. I do believe that she won the fight. I believe that her feet are faster, her hands are faster. She had that inside work. She was throwing full combinations. Amanda, sometimes she is too tough for her own good, and I'm gonna go deeper. It kind of makes me wonder, what is her outside life like? Why does she have to wear these heavy ass Jordans? Why does she have to do certain things that she has to do?
She's from Brooklyn, that's
What
why.
is she fighting for? No, that's not it. What's her coach
That's why
name?
she
What's
wore
her
the
manager
Jordans.
name?
She's from
What's her coach
Brooklyn.
manager name? Just saying. Katie, to me, was the better boxer. Her combinations were excellent. Amanda is too tough for her own good. And, kudos to her. Why has her defense not changed? Why? There are so many boxers that have changed coaches because whoever they have as a coach cannot take them where they need to be. We're at that level. We're at that level where you're fighting Katie Taylor, and you better have some tight ass defense. Do I believe that Katie headbutted on purpose? No, I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Damn.
Because
I feel like they had a football play.
no, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of boxers come in and they try to get in there. The adrenaline, the punches, everything is just, you're not thinking. You're just like trying to get up in there, to land those shots, to knock this person out. And
Did you
also
hear what her coach has said? Her Amanda.
I get it.
He brought up a great point. He was just like, the times that Amanda's been cut has been with Katie, and that Katie's opponents, they've all had some type of like.
And you know what? He's right. You know why too? Nobody dared to come in on Amanda the way Katie does. They haven't. Like, look at her past fights. Amanda was always so dominating. She's freaking strong. She's scary. She's like, let's go. We going. I mean, Katie didn't have that.
It's no doubt. She's definitely landing some clean shots.
It was a robbery.
Cleaner than look,
Was it close?
But it's just like
robbery. Absolutely not.
Close. Because
yes.
it's Amanda's defense. Her defense just makes
her defense.
The flurries that Katie had look more effective.
And Clarissa a hater.
And also, is Amanda a natural lefty? Is she? She's very awkward. is she a natural lefty or was she forced to become a lefty? I don't either. I don't know. I'm reading Lisa Balls. I'm
See,
like,
She has
HLBC said he's
transcended
gonna
women's
post
boxing.
the headbutt videos because he has videos of headbutting everybody.
But let me, I know he will, but let me ask y'all this. Okay, hold on. Let's take a deep breath. And I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Kane, and then we going around. So Amanda put out I don't know, press release or whatever, saying, you know, I'm doing this for women's boxing. I've paved the way. I'm making a lot of money for y'all, for you ladies. A lot of people took that in a negative.
And they should. Because
and so, yes, what is your thought on that?
No one else has made the step to bring attention to women's boxing but Jake Paul and Amanda Serrano.
Okay,
he's helping her transcend it and giving her that platform.
That's my thing. So is it who you know?
I mean, when Layla was
she
boxing,
hasn't done anything because she's amazing. She's the most decorated female, honestly, in different weight classes than anybody. And I'm not taking nothing
she
away
had the
from
first
her.
fight, 3-minute rounds, 12 rounds. She's the first one to do that. She's the first one to land a certain amount of punches, throw a certain amount of punches. She's setting records.
She is, absolutely.
The girl is setting records. She don't run from no smoke.
Nope.
She don't duck no smoke.
At all.
And as you've seen in the fight, like, I get why she doesn't block. Because there's certain fighters, like myself, I don't mind taking punches if you ain't hurting me. I'm going to let you run my punch so I can get mine off. But if you're not knocking me out, why I'm going to block myself if I don't respect your power?
No,
hit me all you want.
See, as those are points. Like they're that's not good. Even if it doesn't hurt, you got to block.
But that's her style. She's a dog. She gets out there and puts it all on the line. I respect that.
That's why she didn't get her hand raised.
So let me finish on the question you asked. Because she set all these records, because she's done more rounds and more minutes than all of these women that ever came before her, because she's setting these viewership records, because she don't run from no smoke, she deserves all the credit she gets. That girl deserves the freaking world. She's a national treasure to Puerto Rico. She's a national treasure to women's boxing. She's transcending it. She's bringing viewership and attention to it, and they should respect her. Instead, Clarissa want to hate on her and fight Katie because she thinks she could beat Katie because she's seen Katie get beat. She don't want no smoke with Amanda.
Okay,
and she from Layla Ali. Layla Ali said, "I'll take
make money." What's wrong with that? But my thing is, okay, I give Jake Paul kudos to him with the promotion thing, but to be honest, like where's this comment? Where did I just?
His fights are fake, but he brings attention to the culture and has real fights before the main event.
It said, okay, Daniel puts this. He says, to be fair, Paul does promote women's boxing well. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we give it to him.
I'm gonna say
no doubt
because he didn't really promote. He promotes Amanda well.
Yeah, he didn't promote Shadasia.
He didn't promote Shadasia because I didn't even know she was fighting.
Because he gave the right one shine.
So he promotes Amanda well, is what I'm gonna say. Because I don't really see any other woman that he's like.
You think he won't pay Clarissa or Alicia or any of them to come fight her? You think he won't pay them?
You already tell Clarissa
but I'm saying
has he reached out to them? Absolutely not, because they would jump on it.
Because it's up to Amanda's team to do the negotiating.
We would have known that Shadasia was fighting, but we didn't even know. I didn't know.
No, you're right. You're right.
Amanda was fighting. I didn't know Shadasia was fighting.
You're right.
So, I kudos to him on promoting and pushing Amanda to where she's at and making her all this money that she definitely
I think that's fabulous.
All these other fights that she
I got her as the GOAT, man.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Nobody can argue that. Really, a lot of people do.
And I got Layla Ali right behind her.
Crystal. So, did you see the post that I was talking about that Amanda put out there? And some people were offended, some people weren't. What were your thoughts on that post that she made?
So that post she make, I mean, I guess I don't see exactly that post.
Okay.
I'm okay with her taking some credit for this, but I
Yeah.
have to agree with Nika that Jake is doing a fabulous job of promoting Amanda, right?
Yes.
And if she wished to call herself the GOAT, that's okay. We already have this conversation.
Yeah.
Clarissa is the GOAT. Amanda want to be the GOAT. I don't care. Amanda
Clarissa
has
ain't fought nobody.
wonderful skill set. She truly does.
Absolutely.
So we can't take any of that away from her. And I
No.
think the game changer here with the Taylor versus Amanda Serrano fight would be the 3-minute rounds. Those
Yeah.
3 minutes
For
will
sure.
make enough
The real
difference
Absolutely.
fight.
so that Amanda can do exactly what she wants to do in those fights.
But
Absolutely.
did
I
you see
totally
her
agree.
post, Manzo? She want to fight Clarissa instead, and she trying to duck the smoke with Amanda, and she agreed with Katie winning because she don't want that smoke on the other side. To me, that's a duck. I felt like
So
she was hating.
I would say this before we move on to the main event. Both women are human. They're extraordinary humans, Katie and Amanda. They have fought twice and they have beat the living shit out of each other. How many more miles do these women have on them? Because, like I said, they're human and they're
Chris,
taking
they the
a lot
Fraser
of
Ali of women
damage.
boxing.
And they're taking a lot of damage.
Mhm.
And they're carrying a lot of people right now. You know, do I want to see a trilogy? Personally, I don't. And I'm going to tell you why. Again, they've taken a lot of fucking damage. And they can ride off into the sunset if they wish, and I'll be okay with it. I will not be mad because they have satisfied me more than two, but those two fights that they had with each other
That's a lot.
have done it for me.
They could
Are
kill
y'all
each other
okay?
next fight.
Crystal, are you good with them saying, you know what? I'm done.
Am I good with it? Yes. Well, I like to see a trilogy only because of the entertainment factor for myself. Very selfish, right? But
We are.
yes, truly they have both done exactly what they needed to do to bring women boxing to a peak. The two of them together, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano.
Yes.
Nothing but respect to both of them. 100% respect. And I think if I was to see a trilogy, I want to see 3-minute rounds. Again, entertainment selfish to me, but I think that's the only way that we will see a different hand race.
I
Yeah.
want to see the trilogy of MMA so they can headbutt each other equally.
Nika, will
Now,
you
I
be
don't even think
okay?
that's it.
Will you be
You know,
okay?
Clarissa, do you recall Clarissa? She put an all-women card on.
Mhm.
So she is pushing women boxing probably
is.
even more than Jake Paul, if we want to be real here.
Yeah.
I didn't know she
To
did
me,
that.
he just promotes Amanda. Nobody knows Shadeja was fighting.
And
did it?
truly, that is
Because they be hating on Amanda. He's trying to give her the shine she deserves.
No, but
I
I'm just
swear.
saying if we're
That's
putting
how I
him
look
to
at it.
stamp of like women's promote. I'm giving him Amanda. I'm not saying women's because he didn't.
Yes.
He had a lady fighting on the card that we didn't even know. So
You're right. You're right. You're right. Nika, if they both came out tomorrow and said, you know what? We're done. Would you be okay with that? Or do you want to see a trilogy?
I mean, I'll be okay with it. I have to be okay with it. We don't have the choice.
Right.
You gotta deal with it. But like Crystal, for my own entertainment purposes,
Yes, Lisa.
I wouldn't mind seeing it again.
Yeah.
Because we're greedy like that, But
We're savages.
if they retire, do whatever, like they gave us 2 good fights, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be mad at all. And to be
Mr.
honest, please do whatever's best for them because these fans, they don't give a fuck. They love you one day and then they forget about you.
They got
tomorrow.
somebody else they ride
So,
with the
yeah.
next day.
What have you done for me
Go to the
lately?
next shiny penny. So you gotta do whatever's the best for you. So if they
That's
want
so
to
true.
hang it up, then hang it up. Do what's
That's
best.
so true. Mr. Kane, and what do you have to say? You gonna be okay if they
don't
tomorrow
want to see a
they say, you know what,
trilogy.
we're done.
Don't want to see a trilogy in the ring. If they do it again, like I said, MMA, so they can both headbutt each other, and it's legal. I felt like Amanda won both fights. I didn't have any doubt that she won the first fight. I didn't have any doubt she won the second fight. I'm disappointed by it because this is something that's been tainting and messing up boxing for a long time. And we've seen some fights where it's just like How does the whole crowd see it one way, but the judges see something totally
I
opposite?
saw it like the crowd. I saw it like the judges. I mean, I saw it like the judges. So not everybody, but I will say this. With
So
all
you
due,
agree
I
with just because somebody being defensive and countering that
no, and
they
we
should
can go
win,
on.
even though
We
they
can
got
go
hit
on
more
all
and
night.
they
We
weren't the
can.
aggressor?
We can go on all night. We can, because you know what? Respectfully, we can agree to disagree, and it's
You
all
know what?
good
It
because
might be
this is
preference, Chris. It might be preference with the judges. Maybe they like defensive boxers as Floyd
maybe
Mayweather.
so. You never know what they're looking at. That's true. They're supposed to follow, a certain stipulations, but you don't know. But I
So
will
I
say this.
battle rap also, Chris, right?
Oh
And you
my
know why I don't do judge battles? Because people have their own preferences. And if
Absolutely,
I put my
absolutely, and
money
that's
on the
what makes
line,
our sport so amazing,
if
so
I put my
amazing.
money on the line, Chris, for a battle, right? I've seen it happen to some of my boys. Like, if you put your money on the line for a battle, you can win that battle. But if the judges like the other guy more, it don't matter if you won or not. It's people
Exactly,
preference.
50-50.
I don't think that was the case here, but you can say that if you really want
Yeah,
I
to.
mean,
50-50.
it's a
But it's okay. You know what? This is why boxing is so amazing, because we have all these different point of views, all these different opinions, all these different experiences, and it's beautiful. I love it. This is why we do the show, so we can discuss things like this. But you know what? I just want to say that if they decided to retire tomorrow, in my opinion, I would be okay, because in my experiences in my life, I've seen, how things can go if you don't retire when you're supposed to. We have all seen how boxers retire and come back and want to keep going, and then they can't speak. And in all due respect to Katie and Amanda, but if you pay attention and you look at interviews from 2 and 3 years ago, and you look at interviews today, the speech has changed. And to me, for
you
me
see that
as a
with every
parent
boxer.
and as a boxing coach, that hurts me. So you know what? Love y'all. You made your money. If you want to ride off into the sunset, you have given me everything that I wanted and everything that you wanted to give me.
When you
And
hear
so
him
I will
start talking
respect that.
slow, it hurts. I get what you're
It does
saying.
hurt. It does. It does
Like
hurt.
B Hop, when he be talking, he don't talk like B
There's
Hop from his
many.
early career.
Who did we see on the panel? And we're going to get to that. Who do we see on the panel? Some of the commentators, for
Rosie
the main
Perez.
event. We're gonna talk about that. That's next right now. Let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about the main event. Crystal, I'm gonna start with you, and then we're gonna go Nika, and then Mr. Kane. Crystal, the main event. Talk to me. Talk to me about the main event, and talk to me about the commentating.
I have nothing to say about that main event. I hate everything about that fight. I say that last week and I stick to it this week. Jake Paul have no business being in the ring with Mike Tyson. There's no way in hell,
Thankful.
and people don't understand it when I tell them Mike Tyson cannot magically converse back to 30 years ago when he knocking lads out the first round. It's not possible. Okay? He is 58 years old, and that's exactly what we see in the ring on Saturday. He
Yep.
stumbled on his way. I think there was something on the ground. It caused him to trip on the way to the ring. We see it in the ring walk. Once he get in the ring, and people are telling me, but he
It
looked
hurt.
so great.
Tweak
He
that knee
looked
or
so
ankle.
great when he was training. But please understand, when you are training, your opponent is standing right there in front of you. Jake Paul, even with as little experience as people say he have, he's still not fixing to stand right in front of you. He's 27, 28 years old. He is fixing to keep you at a distance for a reason. This is not a
Absolutely.
script. This was not a what do you call it? Premeditated. The only
wasn't
thing that I think
WWE.
potentially could have changed in the fight is Jake Paul say, I'm not fixing to knock out this lad. I will probably have hundreds of people coming after me if I hurt him. I have to carry him through the rest of the fight. That's the only thing I have to say about the commentating. I don't care. That my only favorite people there was Andre Ward.
Yeah.
Morrow is cool. Morrow's a great commentator, but Nah, I've watched him with WWE. Chris, like he's a good commentator.
I
Okay.
think Nike next.
Okay, and your turn. Nika's next, and then you can say what you're gonna say, and I'm gonna say what I want to say. Okay. Nika.
And so that main event, I already told you, didn't even want to see this fight. So well, you know, of course, we always say that, and then we watch it. But
Yeah.
this was like, this was garbage. It was garbage. It was garbage. Okay, it was like he was. You knew that Mike Tyson could have easily gotten knocked out. Like it was clear as day. He should not have been in there. I don't even know how he passed the physical for this thing. Like, you know, this is crazy. I'm just glad that he didn't.
That's
You know,
Texas.
that Jake did have enough respect not to knock him out because, you know, he just, you know, entertained us, I guess. But it was really, this is not what I wanted him to have on his legacy. Like, oh, you fought Jake Paul. Like, you know, he didn't need this fight. I don't know why they did this. It was, you know, just yeah. And people say, "Oh, he brought new eyes to the boxing." No, he didn't. Like fighting Mike Tyson. That's no. We're giving him too much.
Oh, eyes back.
We're giving him way too much. I'm sorry. Like I'm the only thing I'm glad about is that he got Mike Tyson made some money off of this. That's it, you know. So maybe now he can sit down and relax and retire, do whatever. Like make this enough money for you. Like you don't need to be out there in the ring fighting no damn Jake Pauls. It's like, what are we doing?
Yep, you're right.
Because didn't this fight get postponed anyways initially because Mike Tyson got hurt or some shit like that?
Yeah,
he was in the hospital.
He was in the hospital. It's like, what the fuck
He was in the hospital. He was very sick.
What are we doing? No, it was.
They say 8 blood transfusions or something like that.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know.
Because of scare on the plane.
Mr. Kane, main event and commentators. What'd you think about him?
All right, Rosie Perez don't belong on no panel, period. All right, like you 30 years past your heyday, you don't do nothing. She don't belong there. I love you, Rosie, but you was fine in the 90s, but it's 2024. And I don't know why you on a panel. They could have used anybody. Zab Judah, Andre Ward, anybody. Sean Porter. I love Sean Porter. But she don't belong there. Morrow, I love Morrow because he's great at making the fight seem exciting even when it's not.
Because he's screaming? Because he's yelling?
Yeah,
I'm just saying, why?
He did WWE, so we're not comparing wrestling to boxing, but
yeah, I was like WWE.
Yeah, he knows how to cater to an audience on TV. So he'd be like, "Oh, that was a great punch!" Like he knows how to be animated, and like sometimes maybe it's too animated, and maybe that's why people don't like him. But
Crystal,
but I like Morrow. I like
Morrow. Look at Crystal.
She like he bugging. But nah, I like Morrow, yo. I like him. So for the fight in general, I felt like they already knew nobody's getting knocked out, and we're gonna get in there and play around and spar, but we're not gonna kill each other. I feel like that was an agreement between the two before that, because they are friends. They have chilled together way before this even came up. I think it was a payday for both of them. They changed the sanctions to make people believe it a little bit more so that they would buy into it. But I feel like Mike came out really good in the first 2 rounds, hunting them down, walking them down. And then he got a little beside himself and forgot it was fake. And I feel like Jake was like, "Yo, chill." And then Mike started chilling and holding back, and then he let Jake just dance around him and look like a young buck beating on an old man. He was biting his glove. I ain't never seen no crap like that in my life. That was wild.
He done that for years. If you watch his fights years ago,
I seen him do it before the round, not during the fight.
He has
Manzo, during the fight.
During the fight,
he always does that. He does.
I seen him do it like before he go out before the bell, but I ain't never noticed that.
Go back and watch some of his fights.
Yeah, he does. He does do it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That looked
Oh,
crazy, but let me
oh,
finish. So I feel like Mike started out strong and fierce. I don't feel like he got what a lot of people are trying to say is
You
he
got
got
get it out.
tired.
You already started this. You gotta get it out.
This is what they're saying. They're saying that he started the first 2 rounds and gassed out by the third round, and Jake didn't want to
It's
drop
not
him.
even a fight.
I have an opposite opinion. I feel like he was forgetting that it was scripted the first 2 rounds. Jake told him to chill, and he held back and let Jake have his shine because that's what this was about anyway. Getting a check to feed his kids, pushing Jake Paul to the next level, and helping Jake because Jake is young and he has a bright future. Why would you let Mike win? He's not fighting no more.
so
This was a in wrestling. I hate to put that in here, but
yeah,
in
because we
wrestling,
don't watch wrestling. But go
okay,
ahead for those
I'm gonna
that
tell
may,
you,
the 1% of our audience that may watch wrestling.
they're gonna get what I'm saying. There's this thing called putting the new guy over, where The Rock is 50 and Seth Rollins is 25. The crowd knows The Rock.
Passing the torch
They're
is what we
used to The
call it, the
Rock,
boxing.
but they know Seth Rollins is the future. So The Rock has this great fight with him, but let Seth win at the end so that he can boost and skyrocket and catapult his career. And I feel like that's what Mike did for Jake. He gave him the alley-oop, basically.
Okay. Well, okay. I will say this. My thoughts on the whole fight. So obviously we knew it was going to be scripted. I don't think that there was any time that Tyson was going full force and holding back. And I think that Jake Paul has enough movement to get out of the way because if he would have got caught, he would have been hurt. You know, I think the thing that discredited Mike, and I didn't like it, because even if it was said before the fight that I carried Tyson, maybe that was discussed. Maybe that was the plan. But you don't say that on national TV to me. You don't, oh, I carried him. You know, I carried him. Okay, well then what does that say about you and your boxing skill? If you're trying to be the face of boxing, what does that say about you, in my opinion? As far as the commentating, I am not a fan of Morrow at all. But it's cool. We're all different. We like different things, right? So I see why they had Rosie on there because again, social media, well-known names, you know, somebody gave her the first lady of boxing, you know, and being an actress in the past and current day. Okay, so again, the media mind is working. And that's what Jake Paul does because she would not be welcomed. Sorry, not sorry. On an actual, you know, top rank, PBC, Golden Boy, maybe Golden Boy now because I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, she would not be welcome to commentate anywhere else other than something like this. Chris Algieri, Paulie, I love them, but only true boxing heads know who they are. And then, yeah, Mike Tyson has always had a biting fixation. It's always like if you look at his last fights, like Crystal said, he definitely has. To me, it was very sad. It was very sad. Mike had a brace on his knee. He's limping around. He is really trying to touch Jake, and he can't. And it makes me think, and I said this, I was like, he must need the money. He is allowing someone to use his name to catapult him into the higher ranks of boxing. And look at how Jake Paul is being ranked now.
Now the big fighters, the champs want to fight him now. And you
Well,
saw how he showed
why?
Mike respect at the end too.
Because of the bag. And I get it. I get it. It's about the money. I get it. Now we have Andre Ward. talking about it too. When he wasn't going to come out of retirement, we had Better Biev saying,
He
"I'll
has
fight
been
you."
talking about it lately, though, Chris. Andre has been. Remember that interview with Bud?
Yes,
He
that's
did
true.
talk
That's
about
true
coming
because
out.
That
because Andre's smart. What were we gonna
Mhm.
say, Crystal?
that interview with Bud say he look at the camera and he say Andre SOG Ward will come out of retirement for 100 G's on the table. And guess what? Andre say no. I have to pray for it. I have to pray about it. I have to pray about it. And Bud say there ain't no praying up for it. He said you come out for that amount of money. Keep in mind, what's his name? Mike Tyson. He made 20 million this last fight. 20 million.
He needed
Okay.
it, and
He's
I hate
good.
that.
That's for his kids.
And I hate that we got these guys coming out of retirement.
No, but he makes money, so he has like weed, a successful weed
Dispensary.
business.
Can
No,
I
but-
ask
but-
what y'all?
I think
What
he
did y'all?
just, like, they probably, I mean, 20 million is a lot of money. I wouldn't turn it
It's
down
a
either.
lot of money.
20
And
million
What
then-
did
is a
y'all
lot
think
of money.
about the Ward
100
Crawford
million is
spar?
even more. And Andre Ward say, I have to pray about it, right? So then he
What did
do
y'all think
an
about they
interview
spar,
with Stephen A.
Manzo?
Smith, and he tells Stephen A. Smith, it's open for discussion. So I have a question for Andre Ward. Is it open for discussion? You coming back to the ring? Because if that is true, you need to let your fans know. A few of us wish to be there, and I need to save some monies to see you back in the ring. Well,
What
what
did
is
y'all
the
think
man
about their
upstairs
spar?
telling
I'll
him?
be with you, Crystal. I'll be with you. Hello.
I wanna know
I just
y'all
want to know what
opinion
the
on
man
their
upstairs is
spar.
telling him. We're
I
coming
don't
back to the
think
ring.
so.
We're not coming back to the ring.
Facts.
What do y'all think about their spar with Ward and Crawford?
I don't know. I'm not thinking about it right now. I don't know.
What you say?
Did you watch it, Manzo?
I didn't see it.
The Crawford Ward spar.
Oh yeah.
What
I
did you think?
I mean, Andre Ward have been out of the ring for 7 years.
He looked good.
But keep in mind, he is very good to his body. He have very good
Absolutely.
self-discipline. He feed his
Absolutely.
body, he feed his mind in a proper manner. Therefore, he will be tough to beat. And as Jake Paul, he say to Jake Paul, I'm the old lad. You like to fight old lads. But he wants some of the
Ward left early, so he got a lot of
he
he
leave
probably
earlier, he
there's a
leave
lot of
just
preservation
on
because
time.
he left early.
Absolutely.
He leave
Absolutely
on
he
time
does.
for Mr. Ward. That was his decision to leave.
Yeah, I think he could come back and wash people because
If he
he
wished
left
to.
early and he didn't get hurt. He got his mind. He
So
got his brain.
let's go around. Let's go around and do our last words. And I'm gonna start with you, Crystal, and I'm gonna go with Nika, and then I'm gonna go with Mr. Kane, and then we're gonna go. So, Crystal, last words.
Last words. Of course, thank you to the chat. We have a great chat. A lot of folks in the chat. To all of the haters of chicken, don't ever come back, okay? We have a world
Don't
title
have to.
coach
You don't
here.
have to.
We have the coach here. We totally we know that she win that last fight and the one before that, as a matter of fact, when we was ringside for her. So
Yeah.
get out of here with that business.
Okay.
But moving on.
Great.
Saturday night, we don't speak of the Latino night on the Saturday night, but it was a
Yes.
great overall card. If you want to, if you have time, you can watch it back on the DAZN, I believe, right?
Yes, yeah, I got to go back and watch that.
December has some good cards coming up, so keep that in mind. And Andre Ward, if the good man upstairs, if you be praying and asking him, please let us know if you're coming back to
Yes,
the
let
ring.
us know. Let
Some
us
of
know.
us need to know. Okay?
Yes, let us know. We'll be
Yeah,
there.
I need to get a signature still.
Yeah. Nika, last words.
I want to thank the chats and everybody that tuned in tonight.
The new name is You Nike.
No, Nika.
She's a
I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So yeah, thanks for everybody tuning in. Thanks to the ladies. Thanks to the gentlemen tonight for hopping up on the stream. You know, giving your opinion. We appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next week. So hopefully, I don't know if we have to wait for Christy to reschedule, but
Yes.
she will come back on. So
Absolutely.
talk about the movie.
Mr. Kane, last words.
Let's see here.
And make it short, because you long-winded.
I am. I'm very. You know what? I'm uber
See,
passionate.
look, you already
So
started. Do the thing.
Look, I'm just telling you, I'm uber
last
passionate. I get
Mr.
into what I'm
Neutral, we
talking
love
about.
you.
All
And
right.
I love the UK. Sorry, I had to put it
So
out there.
what I'm gonna
Love
say,
the UK.
Boots is the best in the world right now. Put some respect on that man's name. Look, he only had a little trouble with that dude because that's the second time fighting him, okay? But Boots is the best
Right,
in the world
Southpaw.
right now. Devin Haney needs to retire and stop crying like a little, you know what? That what's his name? Morton? He's fire. I want to see more. Kermel, how do you say his name?
Kamau, yeah.
Come in.
I'm mad the Stevenson fight ain't happening.
Southpaw.
What else?
Mr. King.
Bud need to stop fighting every 18 months. What else? T.O., stop talking trash because you can't beat nobody. You're gonna get exposed worse and worse. You're just trying to get a payday.
Tio and Devin Haney.
Canelo.
Who do you have?
Canelo, huh?
Tio and Devin Haney. Who you have?
I got Haney.
Even though you just say he need to retire.
Because his heart broken.
Get him, Crystal. Get him.
No, his heart broken. His pride is gone, and that does something to a fighter, and they usually never come back from that. But I still feel like skill-wise, he's better than Tio. Like
Okay.
he can run from Tio enough and score on him enough to where he can beat Tio without whooping Tio ass. He can beat Tio off
Micah,
point.
get HLD.
No.
Tio can knock him out, but he's gonna
Oh, you got the
outbox
right-
Tio. He's gonna
Right.
outbox
See,
Tio.
I told you was long-winded. Like, you cleared up into a whole.
Look, because
nother thing.
I'm passionate about what I say.
I know. All right, so it's
Okay, so
getting
wrap
late.
it up.
It's 10:30 East Coast
All
time.
right, I love y'all. Like I said, Boots and Amanda are the best in the world. Clarissa, step up and fight Amanda and stop trying to go fight the person she just whooped because you want her belt and you scared to go fight her and you don't want that blemish on your record. And Boots and Crawford, it needs to happen for boxing. This is what boxing needs. These are the fights that need to happen that we're not getting. They're going to wait till Crawford 45 before we get that fight. Now, we need it now.
Telling me you shall not have turned it down before. Out of here with that one.
He Bud running from that man.
Okay.
Bud don't want to end his career getting knocked out.
I'm in. Thank you to everybody
Let's
on
go,
the panel. Thank you so much to my chat. We have the best chat in the world.
They
Love you
crucified me.
all. Love to love you. And we will see you on next Wednesday. Yay, yay.
End stream. Hold on.